Good morning, I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. US stocks fell on Monday as investors grew increasingly cautious of rising bond yields while watching the latest batch of corporate earnings. Investors will also watch on Tuesday for Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's remarks before the Economic Club of Washington. Powell's comments on disinflation caused investors to bid shares higher last week and overlook another rate hike out of the central bank. Overnight, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 0.1%, making up some ground after losing more than 240 points earlier in the session. The S&P 500 slid 0.6%, while the Nasdaq Composite dropped 1%. Investors were taking some profits after the stock market's hot start to the year. The S&P 500 is up more than 7% for 2023, while the Nasdaq Composite had advanced for the last 5 weeks, a streak not seen since November of 2021. Disney, DuPont and PepsiCo are among the major companies reporting earnings this week, which investors will be watching for any indication that prior interest rate hikes have hurt companies' finances. With the earnings season about halfway over, profits for S&P 500 companies are on pace to be 2.7% lower for the fourth quarter, according to Refinitiv. On the ASX yesterday, Newmont, the world's largest gold mining corporation, made a bid to acquire Australia's Newcrest Mining. The deal would create a gold miner with a production of over 8 million ounces and a $56 billion industry behemoth. Rising operating costs have made the market cautious for gold miners, and consolidation has become a sensible option. The consensus is, however, that Newcrest shareholders have not embraced the offer from Newmont. Overnight shares in Newmont closed 4.6% lower, while Newcrest closed 9% higher yesterday. And in tech news, big tech companies' recent layoff announcements and earnings calls have shared an overarching vision that AI advancement is the future, and it's time to shift more focus and funding toward machine learning projects. 3 of the most influential tech companies, Alphabet, Microsoft and Meta, have said that in part they're using the period of retrenchment to try and elevate their in-house AI projects. This quarter's tech earnings calls resulted in tech execs using terms AI, generative AI and machine learning 2 to 6 times as often as they did in the previous quarter, according to a Reuters analysis. Most sectors closed lower in a risk-off market environment with negative breadth, but some areas such as social media, solid-state battery and gene editing finished higher. Big tech and energy were mostly lower, while the automotive sector was mixed, with Tesla performing well after Elon Musk won the funding-secured lawsuit. And in commodity news, production interruptions in key copper-producing regions such as Latin America and Africa have increased the likelihood of a tighter market in 2023. But analysts believe it is too early to reduce global supply forecasts. Peru, the world's second-largest copper producer, is facing social unrest that is impacting key mines. The SPY futures are pointing to a flat start. Have a nice day.